Lay it on me. Sharon.
Alright, so here's the deal, just to give you a gist of like what this is. What I came up with as an idea for the Division is doing a video. Once the beta comes out, and once the game releases, I'm going to start using gameplay and like in-game music and stuff. But for now, I'm going to have to use screenshots and images and videos that are released and try and mash something together. Basically what I'm doing is I'm doing a narration from like the point of view of this guy who's one of the Division agents, kind of telling his story of what happened in New York City from his perspective. Okay.
Okay.
So this is what I got so far. This is what I've got. It's complete right now.
Right.
As of right now, it's complete. But I mean, this is a first draft, so that's why I wanted to get somebody to kind of. All right. And this isn't going to be like the same necessarily tone or pacing or whatever. I mean, so the way I read it might be different once I actually put the video together. But I wanted to bounce it off somebody, and I appreciate you taking a second.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right, here we go. My name is Alexander James Washington. Even though it's likely going to get me killed saying as much on this recording, I'm an agent of Strategic Homeland Division. The Division. The government's cure for New York City. Or maybe we're just the final stage of the plague. Don't get me wrong, sending the Division in to rescue the city from itself was a good plan. The best plan. But like some dude said one time, the best laid plans of mice and men often go completely foobar when the military gets involved. Never planned on finding myself alone in New York City in the middle of winter watching society come to a screeching halt from a front row seat. I was supposed to be a regular college student, skipping classes so I could sleep in and stay up late to drink and party. But the U.S. Army had different plans. I applied to a training program run by a new organization called Strategic Homeland Division just after I had PCS to Fort Drum. I was halfway done with my 4-year tour and figured it would be a chance to work with the SEALs or those Task Force 373 guys. I was stoked when I got in, but then I found out it was just training. A year and a half of physical exercise, combat drills, survival skills, room clearing, and other stuff that left me with 2 months of active duty and 0 operations conducted. With no proper motivation to re-up, I just made plans to move home and go to one of the state universities. I finished up my tour and got a one-way train ticket home because I had never rode a train before. I never made it. I got as far as Philly when a pair of government agents pulled me off the train. I saw them coming, black suits and those cheap sunglasses, but I didn't figure they were coming for me. I was a free man and I hadn't done nothing. Turns out part of the paperwork I signed committed me to serve with SHD for the next 4 years, should they require my services. New York had just started going bonkers, so they required. Less than 24 hours, I was suited up, boots on ground, wondering what the hell happened to the Big Apple. The answer was a lot, even more that's being reported. And that's why I'm making this recording, to get the word out about what's happening before it kills me. That's it.
That sounded really great. Like, that's good to... But, like, how are you implementing that?
Basically, that's going to be, like, the backstory of the character that I play in the Division. And then when I play the Division and there's different stuff going on, what I'm hoping to try and do is, like, I'll play, and then I'll, like, have a video recording, like, have OBS going, recording gameplay. And then I'll, like, pause the video and, like, give commentary and be like, you know, she told me to go rescue this dude and I wasn't feeling so great about it, but what was I going to do, you know? And kind of give, like, a running commentary of, like, his journal of going through the PvE story side of events.
Right.
And also some Dark Zone stuff, because, like, talking about how agents are killing each other and stuff and just how it's going nuts, you know?
Right.
And I've got a little bit of music to go with this first video and a couple pictures, but I want to get some more images, I think, and kind of piece it together. And I want to time it out and get my pacing right and my phrasing right and everything. But just for general content, I wanted to run that by somebody and see what they thought.
I thought it sounded pretty good. I think if anything, tone it down. Like maybe a few less lines, just a few less.
Okay, so it's a little too long.
Yeah, just find a few things to take out, like, because they had a lot of parts that I was like, ooh, that was good. But they had other parts where I was like, it's kind of dragging on now, and you know what I mean?
Okay, like what was one of the dragging parts?
I couldn't really point it out. It was just, I mean, honestly, if you read it yourself through, like after me saying that, I'm sure you could, just decipher and choose for yourself what you think. You know, I can, this I could do without this line here, or this line there.
Alrighty. But overall, you like it?
Yeah, no, I thought it sounded really cool.